I welcome you to our solidarity meeting with political prisoners in India, jointly organized by INSAF and Amnesty International in Switzerland and Germany. Political prisoners have always been at the heart of Amnesty International anywhere in the world. Prisoners who are jailed for their non-violent political activities, persecuted by repressive governments, who feel disturbed or threatened by those exercising their rights to free expression and association. In India, Amnesty's current work is focused on the human rights defenders known as the Bhima Koregaon 16 or BK16. Human rights activists defending the rights of some of the most marginalized communities in the country. The BK16 stand as examples for many more political prisoners jailed on similar grounds. The cases of Khurram Parvez, Professor Sai Baba, and so on have been largely discussed in the media. Many other jailed human rights activists are hardly known to the public. It is one of the fundamental beliefs of Amnesty International that political prisoners must not be forgotten. That's why it is important to call their names and remind the international community of the false accusations. Those in prison should know that they are not alone.
We are gathered here today in various locations across the world on the occasion of the anniversary of the founding of the Indian Republic on 26 January 1950.
We invite Indian citizens across the world to pledge their commitment to the values enshrined in the preamble of the Indian Constitution.
We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India
into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens
justice, social, economic, and political,
liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity,
and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation.
In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution.
We are here as members of the international community to show our solidarity with all those who have been imprisoned for speaking up and for their efforts to defend democracy in India.
We are here to say their names, to remember those whose names we do not know, and to collectively demand the release of all these citizens of India who have spoken truth to power.
Surendra Gadling, lawyer, has been under arrest without trial since June 2018.
Shoma Sen, academic, has been under arrest without trial since June 2018.
Anu Babu, academic, has been under arrest without trial since July 2020.
Davale, publisher, has been under arrest without trial since 2018.
Rona Wilson, researcher, has been under arrest without trial since June 2018.
Mahesh Raut, land rights activist, has been under arrest without trial since April 2020.
Anil Teltumre, academic, has been under arrest without trial since April 2020.
Jyoti Jagpat, cultural activist, has been under arrest without trial since September 2020.
Ramesh Gaichor, artist, has been under arrest without trial since September 2020.
Sagar Gorke, artist, has been under arrest without trial since September 2020.
Vernon Gonsalves, trade unionist, has been under arrest without trial since August 2018.
Sudha Bharadwaj, lawyer and trade unionist, was arrested in August 2018 and released in December 2021 under stringent bail conditions while still awaiting trial.
Barbara Raut, Poet and human rights defender was arrested in August 2018 and in July 2020. When he nearly succumbed to COVID-19, he was released under stringent bail conditions while still awaiting trial.
Arun Ferreira, lawyer, has been under arrest without trial since August 2018.
Gautam Navalka, writer, was arrested in August 2018 and has been in custody without trial since April 2020.
Stan Swami, Jesuit priest and civil rights activist, was arrested in October 2020 and died in custody on 5th July 2021.
Umar Khalid, research scholar and civil liberties activist, has been under arrest under trial since September 2020.
Sharjeel Imam, another research scholar and civil liberties activist, has been under arrest without trial since January 2020.
CDK Kapan, investigative journalist, has been under arrest without trial since October 2020.
Hidme Markam, Adivasi anti-mining activist and human rights defender, has been under arrest without trial since 9th March 2021.
Karam Parvez, Kashmiri human rights defender, has currently been under arrest without trial since November of 2021.
GN Sai Baba, academic and human rights defender, has been under arrest since May 2014.
Asif Sultan, Kashmiri human rights journalist, has been under arrest since August 2018, with the trial beginning in July 2019 and still ongoing.
We call upon the government of India to celebrate Republic Day by releasing all of the above and countless others from prison, and to respect the right to peaceful dissent enshrined in the Indian Constitution.
We will continue to raise our voices in unison and stand firmly in solidarity with them. We will now also read out quotes from concerned human rights organizations and parliamentarians across the world who have been and continue to speak out and write to the Indian government about the ongoing human rights violations in India.
May 2020, Maria Arena, chair of the European Parliament Subcommittee on Human Rights, to Amit Shah, Home Minister of India. The European Parliament has noticed that various forms of legitimate peaceful protest against law, policies, and governmental action, including the Citizenship Amendment Act, have been portrayed as terrorist activity under this legislation, resulting in a number of arrests under this umbrella.
December 2020, an early day motion of the UK Parliament notes that many of these arrests have been made under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, which owes its origins to colonial era repressive legislation.
February 2021, Michael Brandt, Tobias Pfluger, Heike Hensel, Karen Ley, Jacqueline Nestig, Dr. Alexander Neu, Eva Maria Schreiber, Helim Efrin Sommer, Katrin Vogel, and the parliamentary group Die Linke placed the following question and a petition to the German Parliament. Frage Nummer 4. Wie adressiert die Bundesregierung die wachsende Zahl von willkürlich verhafteten Menschenrechtsverteidigerinnen und Menschenrechtsverteidigern gegenüber der indischen Regierung? Setzt die Bundesregierung für die Freilassung der 16 internierten Aktivisten und Aktivistinnen ein, die im Zusammenhang mit einer Gedenkveranstaltung am Bhima-Koregaon-Denkmal im Jahr 1718 festgenommen wurden? Für die Freilassung welcher willkürlich inhaftierter Menschenrechtsverteidigerinnen und Verteidiger setzt sich die Bundesregierung gegenüber der indischen Regierung ein? Frage Nummer 12. Sieht die Bundesregierung durch Gesetze wie den UAPA, NSA, PSA und einzelne Verordnungen des indischen Strafgesetzbuches eine Gefährdung der Meinungsfreiheit? Und wenn ja, inwieweit? Und adressiert die Bundesregierung diese Bedenken gegenüber der indischen Regierung?
May 2021, International Federation for Human Rights with 7 organizations appealed to European leaders attending the May 2021 European Union Summit to, I quote, prioritize the deteriorating human rights situation in India, including the right to health, with the devastating COVID-19 crisis affecting the country. European leaders should press the Indian government to reverse its abusive and discriminatory policies and immediately release all human rights defenders and other critics who have been jailed for peacefully exercising their rights to freedom of expression and peaceful assembly. Quote close.
July 2021, an early day motion of the UK Parliament noted that the House notes with sadness and regret the recent passing of Jesuit priest Father Stan Swami, who died in India at the age of 88, having spent the final 9 months of his life in judicial custody. The anti-terrorism charges on which Father Stan Swami was arrested created significant international concern. Understands that the failure of the Indian courts to grant bail to provide timely access to medical care may have contributed to Father Stan Swami's death. Recognizes that Father Swami's lifelong dedication to humanitarian concerns, including the rights and protections of minority groups, social justice, and helping those marginalized and disadvantaged, and sends its condolences to his friends and colleagues in the time of grief. May he rest in peace.
September 2021, the International Commission of Jurists to the UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention before the UN Human Rights Council. In India, at least 27 human rights defenders are in pre-trial detention under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, UAPA. Under this law, bail is unduly restricted, has been repeatedly denied, and trials have been unduly delayed. Defenders, several over 60 years of age, are held in overcrowded prisons, denied healthcare, and face disrupted family communication. Stan Swami, 84 years old, died awaiting bail after contracting COVID-19.
December 2021. People Against Apartheid and Fascism, South Africa, alongside diasporic and other civil society groups on Human Rights Day. India and the rest of the world called for the release of Nelson Mandela, jailed for 27 years on Robben Island off the coast of South Africa by another oppressive regime. We believe that an injury to one is an injury to all. We call for the Indian government to stop criminalizing human rights advocacy, repeal the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, stop detention without trial, cease persecution of dissenters, respect human rights, rights to freedom of speech, belief, and association.
And last but not the least, diaspora groups across the world salute the Delhi 18.
The brave defenders of the Indian Constitution who are being maliciously prosecuted by the Indian state for peacefully protesting against the discriminatory charges made to India's citizenship law. We call on the Indian authorities who have arrested them under the draconian UAPA and other laws to drop all the charges and release them unconditionally.
I want to end by thanking you all for your solidarity today on Indian Republic Day, your solidarity for the BK16, the Delhi 18, and other Indian human rights defenders. It is great to see people from so many different nationalities and countries come together and support these activists' fight for justice. Now, let us continue to confront the injustices being done by openly protesting against these human rights violations. Thank you.